Welcome to another episode of Top 5, and today we're going to be talking about stationery products. We all love a stationery product, don't we? So let's get started. Without further ado, we have the Leuchtturm 1917 120 gram special edition hardcover notebook. Go. Comes in a range of colours. I've gone for wine red just to be a little bit different. Comes with 2 bookmarks. As you can see, I've got here the various episodes of Top 5, and this one comes in a dotted version. Page numbers comes dotted. I like dotted, but you can have plain and you can have lined. Most people will go for lined, but I quite like dotted. So it's very personal preference. It comes in many different colours. This is a very old journaling book. It's a slight variation of the Leuchtturm 1917. It's made by Leuchtturm, but they call it the bullet journal, and it comes with slightly different pages and organisational tools on the inside. But for the plain one, it still comes in a range of colours, so check it out. What's so special about it? Quality. Leuchtturm have been making their own notepads for many years, and what I particularly love, for me, it's a range of colours, yes, the 2 different note page markers, but the paper is the main draw for me. Really good quality paper. 120 GSM, thick, and it's also fountain pen proof as well, so you can use pencil, ballpoint, rollerball and fountain pens. It doesn't leak through. It's perfect. So not much to say about it. Comes with a what do you call these? What do you call these things? Binder? No. The elastic bit that holds the notebook together. So it comes with that. I carry it everywhere with me. Can't leave home without it. Absolutely brilliant. And it's selling for, my notes are actually inside actually, $28.95 at the time that I checked. It got 4.8 stars from 1,932 reviewers thus far. So check out. Okay, next up, to go with your new Leuchtturm 1917 notepad is the Leuchtturm Rollerball. I'll zoom in a bit here so you can get a closer look. They call it a gel pen. They don't call it a rollerball, but it's a rollerball. It's not a ballpoint because the ink that comes outside is wet and it's much smoother. I think it's much nicer than a ballpoint really. And if I've got it here in forest green, goes well with my forest green Leuchtturm notebook. This comes in wine red as well, loads of colours, whatever. You can have it matching whatever colour notebook you get, or you can have it slightly different, something contrasting. But I've been using these 2 for a while. I like the forest green. I like the fact that it goes with the sort of slightly ivory colour touches here, and the brass nib. It's not a nib really, but the end of the ballpoint rollerball. So this is the Leuchtturm 1917 Gel Pen, they call it. This one's forest green, but there are many colours. It's currently selling for $28.50. 4.6 stars from 273 reviews. There are loads of refills as well, so don't worry about that. I've already got 2 refills. I've got one in black and one in blue, so no need to worry about that. You can keep using it for a long time. I've been using these for probably about half a year now. Very sturdy. Again, I carry it around with me every day to take notes. It comes in super handy. So that is the Leuchtturm 1917 Gel Pen, as they call it. Now, sometimes, if you're a stationery nerd like me, then You can't just have a rollerball, you can't just have one pen. You need various pens. And if you're into writing like I am, there's nothing quite like the feeling of a pencil. Now, I quite like the natural pencils, the one where you need to sharpen and, you know, they're fine. But there's something about mechanical pencils, the ones that, you know, have a fine lead that you need to release every so often. But the one thing I find frustrating about mechanical pencils is that you get this flat spot. And even though the lead is very, very thin, when you keep writing on that end of the lead, it looks quite thick. So let me introduce the Uniball. Actually, let me put it on my journal. Bit of contrast there, otherwise you can't see it on this grey backdrop. The Uniball Kura Toga Elite Mechanical Pencil in 0.5 millimeters. Aluminium finish. There's plastic there, but it's aluminium on the most important parts. And the unique feature about this pen, if you know, you know, is that the technology inside means that as you write, the lead will rotate, will automatically rotate. So you never get the flat spot as you're writing. I don't know about you, but with the traditional mechanical pencils, I'll write and then I'll slowly turn it as I go along because you get this flat spot. This one automatically rotates the lead as you write. Okay. The other frustrating thing about mechanical pencils, when you go to about 0.5 millimeters, is that the lead snaps. I haven't really had any issues with this one at all. The leads are pretty solid, and this will come in a starter pack, so you don't just get the pen, you get some leads, you get some spare erasers, and it's selling for $14.99. Just $14.99 for a quality mechanical pencil. 4.7 stars from over 2,500 reviews. It's a no-brainer, guys. Absolute no-brainer. Whether you write with pencil all the time or infrequently, like I do. I don't use this all the time, but when I do, I love it, and it comes highly recommended. So this is the Uniball Kura Toga 0.5 millimeter mechanical pencil with the self-rotating tip. Okay, next up, guys, number 4 and number 5, they do come together. Well, they don't come together, you buy them separately, but you'll see what I mean later. And for stationery nerds, I'm quite into fountain pens. There's nothing quite like the feeling of a quality fountain pen. So, spoiler here, number 5 is a fountain pen, but before we get to the fountain pen, number 4 is a very special ink. It's from the US, it's from a company called Colorverse. This is their limited edition. So, without further ado, we are talking about this tiny little bottle from Colorverse. 15 ml, quite small. This is the Blue Dragon glistening blue version. There's a standard, there's a glistening gold, glistening silver, and glistening blue. What the glistening part refers to is, if you can see it, I'm not sure if you can see it. Yes, you can, there you go. This is called shimmer. So it has tiny metallic flakes, you could say, inside the bottle. So when you refill your pen, give it a bit of a shake, and then when you write onto the paper, there's going to be a little bit of shimmer. It's going to reflect the light in different ways. This is the blue version, so it's going to have some blue metallic pieces, but like I said, you'll have a standard one, which I guess doesn't have any shimmer at all. There's a gold one, there's a silver one, this is the blue one. I wanted blue on blue, so there's a blue ink. I believe there's a bit of sheen on this ink, which means there's oils, and that'll reflect the light in certain ways. And then the shimmer part is the metallic flakes. So this one is selling for, where is the price? $14.59. It's discounted at the moment, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to find that price by the time you click on the link, but it's discounted 8% at the time that I checked this. So Yeah, check out one of the links below and take a look. It gets 4.2 stars from 6 reviewers. There aren't, you know, it's not going to be an ink that everybody gets. It's not going to be ink that everybody's heard of. So it's quite a special ink. Check out in the links below. Okay, and last but not least, obviously, you need a pen to go with your fountain pen ink. What pen are we talking about? We're going to go for quite a special one. Some people say this is a budget-friendly Grail fountain pen. So it's going to be a quality item for, you know, a relatively large price, but still fairly budget in terms of Grail pens. But a Grail pen it is. What pen am I going to showcase today? It's a pen I've been using for a while, for about 6 months now. All of these products I've been sort of test driving for at least a few months, if not longer, so that I can recommend it to you guys personally. So this is the Pilot Custom 823. Okay, and this one comes in the amber. So it's made of resin. It is see-through. You have some metal hardware here in quite a traditional design, which is office friendly, meeting friendly. You can certainly take it to see your clients and it will be a wow factor. So this is what's called a vacuum filler. As you can see, the ink is part of the pen there. It's within the body of the pen. You can see there, mine's half filled. It's not got the Colorverse ink, I've got a different ink in there. So what's most special about this pen and why people love this pen, why it's a Grail fountain pen, is because of the nib. First and foremost, it's a 14 karat nib, but look at the size of it. Look at the size of it. It's a huge, it's a pretty decent sized nib, okay? And when you write with it, you know, it's ultra smooth. Some people say it's too smooth. I can understand why. It glides on the paper really, really easily. And where you get the most enjoyment is not necessarily the design of the pen itself. You know, it's pretty standard. It's a bit, you know, very traditional. Nothing special there, you could say. Nothing stands out. But the writing experience is what this pen is all about. The nib is ultra smooth. It's quite a large size nib, as you can tell. Look at that, 14 karat gold. If you're not used to writing with fountain pens, if you're not used to large pens, this will feel quite large. If you're used to larger pens, or if you have big hands, this is it's going to be very nice in the hand. Okay, you can have the cap unposted, so it means it's not on the back. Large enough, absolutely fine. Because the cap is quite light, you can post it and it'll be quite well balanced as well. So not a cheap product, but it is a quality product from Japan. Well-known brand, been making fountain pens for decades, and this comes highly recommended if you want to up your game, increase the enjoyment of your journaling experience. There we go, let's put it all together. So these are my recommendations for today's top 5 in the stationery category. Thank you for joining. Please come again. Remember to subscribe and to like the video. Next time, I believe we are looking at books. So I will see you on the next episode of Top 5. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.